everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm taking a look at what's happening in the area of love and relationship for my Cancerian collective, specifically asking Spirit the question, what is it that your person wants? Perhaps you're at a crossroads in your relationship or in your connection. Maybe things ended abruptly. You're not clear about what exactly happened from their point of view. What is it that this person really wants? This person that is on my Cancerian's heart, this person that is on my Cancerian's mind. We're taking a look at your person. We're taking a look at what it is that they really, really want. And anything else that Spirit wants to reveal to us. Okay. I'm High Priestess Elif, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's always good to have you here. I want to take a moment to thank you so much for your love, your support on my channel. If you're new, I hope you enjoy the energy and that you consider subscribing. If you enjoy the reading, please don't forget to like, and as this helps my channel to grow. And it makes it possible for people who would benefit from receiving these messages to have access to them. So I really hope that you would consider to do that. To my existing clients and subscribers, thank you so much for your support, for your comments, for your likes. I love hearing from you guys, receiving feedback. I love seeing your growth, your process, you sharing your process with me. And for those of you who have sent donations and contacted me for personal reading or signed up for my coaching, Twin Flame coaching, spiritual process coaching, or just coaching in general to help you through whichever area of your life you feel you might need guidance or help. I appreciate you. You make it possible for me to do my work, to do what I have come here to do. So thank you so much. Cancer. I'm doing the reading a little bit different this month because I'm looking at what it is that you're focused on right now. Like, where's your energy, where's your mind, and what is it that your person's focused on, to see, because that can paint a picture of or give clarity to the dynamic in your connection. Okay, and then I'm asking a very specific question. What is it that your person actually wants? What is it that you want? And what is it that your person wants? And is it complementary? And then anything else Spirit wants to reveal, anything else that comes through for you to help you on your journey this month. Okay. I always ask that you guys take a few seconds, welcome your guides and your keepers. Give thanks for the love, guidance, and protection. You have a team of non-physicals working on your behalf constantly. Ask them to guide you through this reading, to help you to see and to recognize what is for you and what is not, so that you do not waste any time on trying to make something that does not fit, that's not meant for you. Okay, let's begin. Okay, Cancer, what is it that my Cancerian collective is focused on? I see the same energy for you that's been coming through for a few months, Cancer. You feel like in certain areas you're not quite sure if you're stuck, or if that's just the way that it's supposed to be, if that's just the new normal. You have moments where you wonder, am I stuck here, or is this really just the new normal? But there is a pause of sorts whilst you have been in the energy of focusing on bringing harmony, and taking care of whatever needs to be taken care of on the home front. And that's been your focus. For some of you, this pertains to family, extended family, like your parents, giving some energy, coming back around and taking another look at the relationships with your parents, and ways in which you can line up with serving it better, or with honoring the relationships for what they are. So I feel like for some of you, that's been the energy around home, is to sort of reestablish what is home really for me, and who has been home. Who do I consider to be home? My parents. Obviously, for many people, parents are considered to be a part of home, a part of family. But I do feel like for many of you, Cancer, in the area of these relationships, perhaps with parents, for some of you with kids, for some of you with partners, you have been sorting out your house, circling back around on some subjects with new perspective, clearing away some things that you thought it would be best to keep around, some situations, some areas where you were working to fix things, letting it go, just adjusting all around and taking another look at it. And this has been your energy, Cancer, for a long time, for a good few months. I think that this energy started popping up late, like towards the end of last year, and it's still here. What I do see, and what Spirit wants me to share with you, is the sun is here. And that even though you feel stuck, like, why do I keep circling round to this? You know, why do I keep circling round to this issue in this relationship, or to this area in my life that needs clearing or cleaning up? Or why do I feel like I'm deep cleaning, spring cleaning my home? And home is symbolic of you, everything that makes up who you are, this body, your mind, how you feel in your body, your sense of security, what keeps you grounded, what keeps you connected to this 3D reality is home, is you. Everything about you that connects you here. That's what's symbolic of home. And so you might feel like, I keep doing these deep cleans, I keep doing these processes, I keep healing, working in a particular area, processing a particular area. Why does it feel like I keep having to circle back? You know, it's like the house always needs cleaning, you know. And Spirit is saying, you're not stuck here. This process requires and has required this amount of time, energy, and investment. It's worth it. It's worth it, Cancer. We've got this beautiful sun here coming up behind the house, right? Beautiful orange, which is the belly chakra. It deals with one-on-one relationships. And Spirit says that this time has been about you taking the time to give your energy and to focus in on one-on-one relationships in your life individually, to look at how you honor it, how you serve those relationships, and how they serve you, and where there might be some toxic habits or behaviors that you've had, that you've got going within, or patterns, karmic patterns within certain one-on-one relationships. And it's been worth doing this audit of sorts, because what you're doing through this process is you're filling in new grids for relationship in general. Where's your person? What is it that this person that you are focused on, this person that you are wanting answers about, Cancer, what is it that they're focused on right now? Well, this person is harvesting, this person is reaping what they've sown. And so there is some karmic stuff that's coming up here, reaping the good and the bad, whatever they've invested energy in, whatever choices your person has made, whatever your person has decided is important and most fundamental to focus on, that they're receiving and dealing with the returns of that, good and bad. All right. And there is a process of spiritual awakening here, in the sense of personal responsibility and accountability to look at what it is that you have before you, to look at what it is that is yours, and to know that it is completely yours. You've created it, you've chosen it, you've chosen this path, and whether you like it or not, you've got to make the most of it. And making the most of it sometimes means sifting and sorting. What can I use? What's best to give away? What's best to release? What do I not want to carry forward? What do I not want to repeat next time? Your person is focused on this type of endeavor, where they're looking at what they've given energy to, what they've worked towards, and what the returns are, and making adjustments accordingly. I feel like it's very much business associated, so where your energy is on home, and that being this home too, your person's focused on work, career, and personal currency, because your money is your personal currency. And I think that your person has undervalued themselves in certain areas, not showed up enough, and regrets it, has given too much in other areas, and realizes that it was a flawed investment. But this is where your person's energy is to get this right, because your person is searching for stability. You're searching for, your focus is harmony, your focus is balance, and your person's focus is security, stability. Your focus is inward, your person's focus is external. But their inner being is guiding them towards the answer, because you can never find your stability in the world. We think we can find our stability in the type of career. When we choose a career or an area of studies, it is, most people fundamentally look at where they're going to have the most security financially and otherwise. Okay, and this is the way that we've functioned for a long time. But since the awakening, the mass awakening, we've all come to realize that maybe there's more to this. Other people cannot give you your security. Someone can promise you the world. Someone can tell you they love and adore you, and they'd love to spend the rest of their lives with you. And then something can happen, and suddenly they just step out, they bow out, or it's impossible for you to be with them, because they clearly cannot offer you. They don't have the capacity for longevity and sustainability in a relationship. Someone can offer you a position, and their vision for their company is that it's going to bring great success. But there are other things that they've got going, and there are other things that you have going. And so this reality is fragile, because our beliefs, our self-concepts, our perspectives are fragile. We depend on other people for our happiness and our stability. And then we bend over backwards for those people, because we're hoping that they're the ones that will secure our stability financially, or in the workplace, or in the relationship, whatever it may be. And it never works, because we didn't come here for that. That's not the natural order of our reality. The natural order of our reality is that we each have our own pie. You have access to your own security, all the happiness, the connection, the joy, the satisfaction and success within you. It all comes from within. No one's going to give it to you. You have to become that in your vibration, and then the world begins to form, to manifest accordingly, and other people yield to that vibration. And that's why you can have people who have the best of intentions, but things just don't work out, because the vibration that you and that person have active, and what you co-create, is not conducive to, like I said, longevity or sustainability or success and satisfaction. So your person's inner being is guiding them towards that in minute bits and pieces, bits and bobs, that right? Every time they have an experience, it circles them back around to that in a very soft and subtle way, not overwhelming. And because Spirit says that this is how this person is best receptive. And if there is something that you are wanting them to, if there is something you're wanting to give them, whether it's a truth or whether it is your time, or whether it is your sentiments, whether it is an expression of love, your person is most receptive through subtle or soft, gentle messages, gestures. And I think fundamentally this is where your approach might be quite different. Your approach is, I don't know why Spirit is showing me food. Someone who has a very, so your person is someone who doesn't have a very rich diet. The food and the tastes tend to be quite bland. They're able to, their palate is able to experience those aromas, flavors, tastes, textures in a subtle form. You, however, have a richer palate, more aroma, more spice, more flavor. And I think in the way that you communicate, that comes through too, that there's that distinct difference between you guys. What is it that your person wants? For some of you, you could be dealing with an earth sign, or they could have earth in their chart, not necessarily. Let's see, what is it that this person, that my Cancerian is dealing with, or has on their mind and is wanting clarity about? What is it that they really want? Okay, give me another one. What is it that my Cancer wants? What is it that you really want, Cancer? What is it that you really want when it comes to a relationship? What is it that you really want? Okay, so your person wants harmony. Your person wants things to be easy. Your person wants the finer things in life. They don't think that all the other things, the issues and the dramas that we sometimes magnify so much, that they're necessary. Your person wants to feel harmonious. They want the stability. Your person wants everyone to get along. This person just wants things to be simple, wants to be able to celebrate the good things in life, wants a relationship where everything falls into place, where things are not so complicated. They want to be sitting in the garden and have their loved ones around, eating and drinking and laughing and just having the sun on their face. Okay, this person wants a relationship that is going to be complementary to their family as well. And I don't know why that's coming up, because I don't know if they see you and they see their family and see that as not being a fit, seeing that as a situation where there will be conflict. and they would be in the middle a little bit. Maybe the way that you, perhaps it's the same thing. The analogy Spirit shows me about food, where they have just salt and pepper on their meals, and they really feel that is delicious. That's the way food is meant to be eaten, and you like your herbs and your spices and everything is rich and flavorful, and they just feel that's too much. I don't know why Spirit is showing me that analogy. I don't think it's about food per se. I think it's personalities. I think it's perspectives. I think it's cultural differences, perhaps. And so that comes up. But also, your person wants everybody in their life that has an opinion to be in agreement with this for some of you. And I don't think they see that happening. I think there's been some sort of underlying conflict between the people in their life and you. In other areas, for some of you, this person would like to receive communication from you. I think, Cancer, what Spirit says to me, what some of you don't know, is that people around your person would often comment, talk about you and what they perceive to be the connection, and this person's private, they didn't like this. Whatever communication they were receiving from acquaintance, from friends, or from family, take it as it resonates for you. They didn't like it. Maybe it challenged who they were, how they were behaving. Maybe these people, in an indirect way, was questioning the relationship, because maybe the way that they were presenting the relationship or behaving in the relationship was not the way that they should be. So, for example, someone could be like, so do you love her or him? How come we've never met them? Or, so what are your plans? Are you actually going to marry this person? And they were not willing to answer these questions because they didn't want criticism. They don't like that other people knew about this connection and had something to say, and they received it as a criticism, and the ego didn't like it because they were not ready to answer it, or they were not willing to answer these questions. Some of them because they feel they're private, but also because they were being called out. I think some of these people, these acquaintances or whatever, could have a certain respect for you. And then when it comes, if it's a family dynamic in your story, I feel like some of them are asking serious questions. So what are your plans here? Is this someone that you can see yourself spending the rest of your life with? I think so. But then why haven't we met her? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It doesn't seem serious. It seems this way. It seems... So they were not meaning to call them out or to question them, but they were asking uncomfortable questions. And I don't think your person liked that, because they were not comfortable with the way that they were showing up in the relationship themselves. They knew that they were not... So if I'm sure about someone and I seriously consider our relationship, what my intentions are, where it's going, I will be able to definitively answer that. But if I'm saying to someone, if someone asks me a question and I'm saying to them, yeah, I'm figuring it out, but then in the same breath I'm telling them, yeah, we're looking at houses together, we're going to move in together, then it's natural that they're going to ask, so things have shifted because the last time we spoke you said you're figuring it out, and then that person can become defensive. I feel like your person was quite defensive in your connection, and you felt like, what did I do to deserve this? But you were not the person calling them out. In their minds, that they felt that they were not being accountable or as forthcoming or stepping up to the plate the way that they should, and other people were asking them as well. And they projected that irritation onto you. What is it that you want, Cancer? You want communication. You want an explanation. You want not necessarily an apology, not necessarily a reconciliation, not necessarily it's not that you want a declaration of love and I'm willing to give you the world. You just feel that this connection, that this relationship deserves the truth. Just value me enough to be willing to tell me the truth. To let me know what actually happened here with you. What actually happened to get us to where we are now. Okay. And what you want as well is, so Spirit is saying the reason why your person is avoiding, has opted to avoid relationships. Now this is a big one, Cancer, and I feel this because in my personal life I feel the same way. I've actually I've been since the death of and the loss of my unborn child at the beginning of this year. My relationship has also come to an end very abruptly and unexpectedly. I never expected from this person that I love what I received or what I experienced. And it's been a process for me, grieving the loss and then also having the loss of the relationship, where we had a very clear idea and vision of our lives together. And what came up for me, I finally felt myself not so long ago, about a week ago or a little bit more than that, where I felt like that heaviness, that constriction in my chest is not there anymore. My heart is accepted. My heart is not so heavy. I feel light again. I feel me again. But the one thing that came up, that it's a haunting question for me, that a part of me has been asking is, or not asking but acknowledging, is that it's painful to know that someone who was supposed to love me, that they opted to let go of the relationship, to destroy the relationship, to push the relationship away, instead of picking up the phone and just checking that I'm okay, and just offering me some basic form of comfort. That's a hard one for me to swallow. And I'm sharing that with you because what Spirit shows me here is the reason why, for some of you, you've been separated from this person for a while. For some of you, but there's still this question. There's still this pressing question. And this is what haunts you. Why is it that it was easier for this person to abandon this relationship, this beautiful connection that we have or had? Why is it that this person found it easier to abandon the connection with me, the relationship with me, than to just have a conversation? Why was it so hard for this person to just deal with me like a decent human being? Why was it easier for this person to behave like a coward, when deep down I know they're capable of so much more? And that's what's been haunting you all this time. That's what's been wrestling with you. And Spirit is saying the answer is this. Your person was more concerned with how other people think and see them They didn't want anyone to be able to scrutinize them in relationship and how, you know, how they behave in a connection, and they didn't want a relationship that will be under the spotlight. And I feel like the two of you drew that kind of attention, whether you're aware of it or not. They also didn't want a relationship where they would have to, where they would be questioned. This person unfortunately cared more about what other people think, because there are aspects about their personality and their character that they know needs to be addressed, so that they can be fully open to a relationship and ready to actually step into it and make a solid investment. And your person knew that they wouldn't be able to hide their insecurities, their lack of effort, these areas that need work, that they're not ready to give attention to, because as I'm saying, their endeavor is in another area. They knew this would cause issues and conflict, and then the relationship would be under the spotlight and they would be questioned furthermore, and they wanted to preserve their image, or the image that these people, whether it's family, acquaintance, work acquaintance, colleagues, friends, they want to preserve the image that they have of them, and the image that you have of them, because they worked really, really hard to build this persona and to project this image onto you, and they don't want to, they're not ready to give that up for you to see the real, when all of that's stripped away. But what they don't know is you already know that. And I think, and what this shows is that, let's see what else comes through. Let's see what else comes through with this person. What else comes through? What is it that this person really wants? This person wants paradise. This person wants ease, joy. But this person seems to think it's supposed to fall into their lap. Because there are things that your person is very aware of, that they're needing to give attention to. Internal stuff. So it's like focusing on building riches when your body's collapsed. You know that your body's struggling. You're not feeding it right. You're not taking care of it. You're not taking care of your mental health. You're focusing on building. And I know people who focus on building a business, focus on building financial security, and then that neglect of their health comes and destroys everything that they've built, because they have a mental collapse, or they get so sick that they cannot work and they lose all of that work, that clientele or that business. So there's no point in doing in being obsessively focused in one area and neglecting the other, and that's what your person's done. So what else? What else here? Thank you, Spirit. What else do you want to share with my Cancerian about this person? What else? All right. So I think you called this person out on their bullshit without realizing you're doing that. You were just having a much needed conversation, addressing something in the connection because you value the relationship. That's what adults do. We don't avoid conversations. When we see something is causing imbalance or discomfort, the healthy thing is to want to have an open, honest conversation to address it. If we're adult enough to be open, to be so open that we can be intimate with one another, then we should be able to have conversations. Your person felt that this was an attack. They felt called out by you, where you were now beginning to notice their incapacity, their flaws, the fact that they are ill prepared for a real relationship in the ways that count. And they decided in that moment when this happened that you were showing up all wrong. Maybe this person just made what you said and how you said it. You know how some people, when they don't like the truth and they say, it's not what they said, it's how they said it. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I don't care. I don't care who's saying it, what the circumstances are. If there is a truth that triggers you to your core, that's your work. Somebody seeing something in your actions, in your behavior, in what you're doing, does not make them a monster or a bad person. That's what they see. And if you know that there's no truth to it, it won't trigger you. Everybody says they want honesty, but when you give them honesty, then they put their tails between their legs and they run off, and then they go and bury their heads in the sand. And they don't, this person doesn't even remember why they had the emotional response and the physical response to this conversation or whatever it is that you said to them. But they've attached to this idea that when you don't get your way or things don't work out the way you want, you get nasty, or you've got a bad temper, or this or that, you know. They know deep down it's crap, it's not really true, but this is what this person believes, and this is why they just went into this hangman position. What does that mean? This person, it's as if you've given them a timeout. It's in the reverse here, and I think that's worth mentioning. That's the way that I'm going to read it. So the hangman is normally when you give someone a timeout, when they realize, okay, she's figured me out. I can't play this game anymore. I'm just going to stay immobile. Because if I step forward, I'm revealing more of myself. I've got to then acknowledge I've been caught out, so I'm just going to stand still here and see how she or he responds. Inactive, immobile, not taking accountability, not stepping up, just let me be a statue and see how he or she responds. And if they ignore me or they don't invite me in, then I'm just going to stay in my position. Cowardice energy. Why? Because when we neglect ourselves, when we step out on ourselves, when we decide that what really matters and what's really important for my well-being is not important because external things are important, then I am abandoning myself, and I can only abandon the person that's trying to love me. Because I'm too afraid to move. I don't have any trust in myself. I don't have any confidence. I know I'm ill-prepared for this. I don't want to say, look, I'm ill-prepared for this. I can't do this right now, because I really want to be here, but I know that I'm not equipped. Everybody in the team is equipped to do their job. I'm here, and I'm just hoping that I can sort of fly under the radar and fly by, you know, kind of thing. I can just get by. And you were not having that. You wanted accountability from this person, rightfully so. And so they just went into that statue. You know, like some animals, when they get a fright, they act dead. That's what your person's done. That's what your person's done. Okay, anything else? What does this person want with my Cancer? Do they want anything from my Cancer? Is there anything that they're secretly hoping for with my Cancerian collective? Is there anything that they're seriously hoping for with my Cancerian collective? Okay, they're hoping that you would release the burden of what has happened here, that you would talk to them. Okay, for some of them, they're hoping that you would accept that they are burdened with all of these things that they carry around with, and still talk to them and still choose to communicate with them. Only you can decide what that means for you, Cancer, because we do teach people how to treat us, and this person, I think there's a powerful lesson in this, that the universe is going to give you what you ask for, but are you ready for it? Are you a match to it? Because if you're not a match to it, you're gonna create and manifest the reality where you're constantly losing situations, relationships, and things that matter to you, that really, really matter to you. And then you're gonna call it bad luck, fate, why are relationships so hard, and what's things are not fair, and life is hard. No, you're making it hard. You're asking for things that you're not equipped to sustain, that you're not equipped to love and hold. And then when it falls through your fingers, you hurt that person and you hurt yourself, and this is what your person's done. So what does it mean for you? What does it mean for you to be the King of Swords, to be the bigger person with more clarity, to communicate and to tell them what you know they're thinking and feeling, so that they don't have to? And that's what you've offered this person. You've often given them an out. You've provided words and understanding and communication. You've told them, I know that this is hard for you and this is how you feel. And they've just never had to step up and actually speak for themselves and say, this is what's going on with me, this is how I feel, and this is the situation. You've made things so easy for this person, which is beautiful. But part of their journey and part of their choice has been to lose this. Because I'd love to be a pathologist or a surgeon. But I don't ask for that. I don't go out looking for that job. I don't apply for jobs like that. I don't apply for those positions because I haven't gone to study. I'm not willing to invest the money, the time, and make the sacrifice. So I'm not going to ask for it, because I'm probably going to manifest a few possible opportunities, and then they're going to ask me for my qualifications, or maybe I wing it past that, but then I'm not going to know what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to mess it up. And then I'm going to feel like the world is unfair, and then I'm going to say, well, things have been hard for me. I've not been privileged, and I didn't have this, and I was a single mom that raised kids on my own, and I didn't have the money for that, and I couldn't, but I have the right intention, and I have the desire to do it, and I can learn. No, Elif, you're ill-equipped for it. Other people, the people who you're supposed to help, the people who you're supposed to contribute to in that profession, are going to suffer because you're chasing a dream that you're not willing to invest in. And that's what's happened here with this person. People chase relationships, dreams. Yes, this is what your person wants. Look at that. But that's not where they're investing. They're not doing the internal work. They're just thinking that's going to fall into their lap. This person was ill-equipped for this connection with you. You were offering way more than they were able to honor. And that doesn't mean that it's doomed. That means they had a choice. They had a choice. Level up or see how it goes. Very different people. Who are you? Are you the level up person, or let's wing it and see how it goes? I know you're not, but this person is. Anything else, Spirit? I feel like intuitively you already know everything that I'm saying, Cancer, and that you've released this, you've let this go. You understand what has happened here, and that it is for your highest good, and that this is what this person needs to learn. You love this person, but you love yourself more. And this is a missed opportunity, but you realize not for you. And so you are coming into your strength about this. For some of you, this is a twin flame connection, and you're understanding that the twin flame connection is not what you've necessarily understood it to be, that it is a pathway. The person is a mirror, presents a pathway to union with yourself, not necessarily with another person. And so you're passionate about giving more space to who you are, letting in higher levels of love, and manifesting the relationship that you deserve, because you deserve to be happy. You deserve the sun. And Spirit is saying that is on its way to you. Every time you release, every time you face a different level of this healing, and you release this person in higher levels of love and light, you close that gap more and more to the relationship that you deserve. Final advice for my Cancer, please. Final advice for my Cancerian. Anything you want to share with my Cancerian in closing for this month? Thank you, Spirit. Something good. Even though you've experienced some horror, okay, maybe not to that extreme, but negative, a change is here, and something good is going to come knocking on your door very soon. It's closer than you think. It's closer than you think. That is your reading, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you've not yet, please go ahead and like, comment, let me know if it resonates, how it resonates. And I do hope that you decide to subscribe, so that we can spend some more time together in the near future, and you can see any upcoming videos that I post in any one of your placements, sun, moon, or rising. If you're interested in a personal reading, my electricity just went shifting the light. That's why the lights went out. If you're interested in a personal reading, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below for a personal reading, coaching, spiritual guidance. You're welcome to contact me. Whatever you choose to do what is best for you. Love and light. I'll chat to you guys next time. Bye now.